The role of THL Finland in the EU-SPS program was to identify and test ways that governments and EU partners could use to systematize capacity building for social protection in low-income countries of Africa and Asia. These are some of the actions taken to develop in-service training for African professionals of social protection and University Masters of Arts, Bachelors of Arts, and professional curriculum development for the future generations.
The curriculum for Transform and the curriculum for the university are two distinct curricula with very distinct focus as well. What the Transform curriculum is trying to achieve is to provide some sort of capacity development support for in-service staff. Which could get us to a point where we have enough human resource of our own and enough capacity within the country to develop additional capacity to deliver social protection.
Knowledge is power, and as much as we can say, okay, yes, we want to do social protection, we want to roll out activities around social protection so that vulnerability and poverty is reduced. We cannot do it without knowledge, and that is why this Transform training is so important, so critical.
What we're trying to achieve with Transform is to help institutionalize social protection in the countries. To do that, we need to move away from training that is ad hoc and delivered by those who are providing technical assistance to a more systematic way of learning.
The Transform Learning Package is organized in a modular structure that reflects the key building blocks of a holistic and interdependent social protection system.
All along, we have lacked a framework which explains what the constraint parts of social protection are. This training has now enabled me to understand the building components of the social protection framework.
This module brings for me home is this well-rounded, not only theoretical but also practical application, which is fantastically mixed with learning and transformation. So I think it will play a key role in filling in capacity gaps in countries like mine, Ethiopia.
The fact that this course has broken down these different blocks that bring together social protection as a system has been very important.
To have this program here will allow me to go back to my country and to roll over what I received this one to different stakeholders. In the end, we achieve the objective.
Even though we have the necessary teaching resources in terms of the human resource capacity, teaching staff in our academic institutions, but we still needed a curriculum to help cover the knowledge and skills gap.
When you're developing curriculum, you're developing it for the local people. So having it done here means a lot more people being involved.
If we are able really to develop the cadre of men and women who should help to perhaps who can be offloaded on the job market to influence decisions, I think that way we are really going to make it work.
It's one of those programs that really directly focuses on social service workforce strengthening. In Ethiopia, we're focusing on assessment of social service workforce, identification of new occupations or even the existing ones. How can we expand the competency? How can we improve the competency to embed social protection in some of those occupations? And then how do we develop various curricula for those occupations so that we can fill the gaps, we can respond to the demand that's already being created by this massive social protection programs that are running in the countries.
It has taken into account what the respective country owners would give as a suggestion on how best this could be taken, because it's not coming with a one-size-kind-of-fits-all approach, but it takes into account the different country contexts that we have within the region and also in Africa.